Hello everyone, today we're talking about crafting systems in roleplay games, so buckle up. Hello everyone, crafting systems in games are a love and hate kind of thing for everyone. It's difficult to have a good crafting system without being too much, I always had this idea in the video games as well. I almost never pay attention to crafting systems because they look like a bore, they take too much time, too much effort, and they're not worth it. But at the same time, I kinda love crafting systems, and I always liked to make new systems for games. So this is my approach for the Meteor crafting systems based on the skills of the game, and I'm gonna present to you the idea. So we've got, as you remember, a classless skill-based system. We've got different categories for all kinds of skills, and so we have the craft domains as well. Now, in the Meteor Tales game, combining skills unlocks other skills, so that's the case for crafts as well. So we have blacksmithing, artisanry, and medicine as the basic crafts. And if you combine some of these, you can get alchemy and runecraft, and later on stuff like artificing. So let's take a look how it works. So I've got this overview here. So we've got medicine, blacksmithing, and artisanry. Now let's start with the simple stuff. Blacksmithing allows you to craft weapons and armor, and shields, of course, it's included in armor. So the way that works, you get the skill blacksmithing, and then you get to unlock, you can get the skill, all craft skills, you can get them through tutorship at first, and then you develop it on your own. And so you start with basic smithing, and then you move to common bowing, and weaponsmithing and armor smithing, and then you get the improved versions of this, premium and supreme. And that allows you to get better quality of items, because once you start with common items are more likely to break, and they also allow for one slot when you enchant them, so they can have only one rune. So you can get a magical item of one enchantment, but premium weapons and armor can get 2 slots, and supreme ones get 3 slots. So it allows you for more powerful enchantments, the quality of items, plus they don't get to break so easily. That is what drives you to get better items. The same goes for artisanry. You get better quality accessories like rings and amulets and bracers, and you get to enchant them with with more runes. So this is your incentive. Okay, so far so good. So you get the skill, you put on the effective hours, and when you're done with the craft, you roll to see if you get the item right or it breaks. So for example, let's go to blacksmithing now. Here you go. For a common weapon, you need to put in 6 effective hours. You roll your d20, you have to roll higher than 6, and you craft your item. Like a longsword, a claymore, anything you want. Okay? So the better you get to create more powerful stuff, it takes longer and it's more difficult, but you know, you get the good stuff. So far as you can see, blacksmithing and artisanry are very easy to navigate. You get the skills, you roll the dice, you make the items. So far so good. Let's get to the good stuff. And by good stuff I mean, you know, where the system gets a bit more complicated, but a bit more fun as well. Let's go to medicine. So let's see what medicine is about. So medicine starts with first aid that you can use in combat to cure some minor conditions such as fear, confusion, stuff like that. So this is action based. And all the rest of the medicine stuff is out of combat. So you start with common healing that later becomes premium and supreme healing. That helps you do like surgeries and stuff. But when you get to infusing and brewing, you get to utilize the crafting part of medicine. So what is brewing? You can brew different types of tonics by combining herbs of different colors. So you use a cauldron, okay, and you get to mix different herbs. So you get the medicine skill, okay, and then you gather herbs through herbalism, and then you get to combine these herbs like different colors. Let's say you have the red herbs and the black herbs and the blue herbs and stuff, okay, and you get different colors. It's up to the player to combine these herbs, and you produce tonics, and tonics can have very strong effects. For example, this is a result. This is an example of tonics. So you got the different colors here on the left, okay, on the left of the list, and then this is the colors you have to combine to get this, and these are the effects. So you got a lot of stuff like bonus to your attributes, remove fear, remove paralysis, bonus to your grit, stuff like that, and this is the duration, okay. So you get a lot of stuff by combining the herbs. And how you do that is that, for example, you go for herbalism, you find 5 red herbs, okay. You get to combine them the way you like, and this way you can come up with your own combinations. For example, you get the 5 red herbs, and let's say you have also 5 blue herbs, okay, pretty basic. So you go for herbs, you find these and you combine them, and let's see, if you combine blue and red, you get the purple tonic that removes poison. So if you combine this, you get the purple tonic that removes poison. Okay, easy stuff, okay. You go for herbs, you combine the color, you get the tonic, and then you know, you write down the combination so you know how to make purple tonics that remove poison. Now if you develop medicine further, as you can see, let's see again, this is what happens with common brewing, okay. You can move to premium brewing, okay, that gives you faster brewing, more effective. But then you can also move to infusing. So what infusing does is the healer can infuse, can turn tonics into salves using a method called infusion. By cooking a tonic again, you can create a salve, an ointment, okay. So this means that you make some tonics, okay. If you want to use them directly, go ahead. If you want to sell them, again, it's okay. But otherwise, you can use them, you can cook them again, and produce a salve. Now, salves are stuff you can put on your body, okay. It's like a cream, and these have protective effects. So, if you move to the salves table, you can see all these different effects now, like acid immunity, resistance to weapon attacks, protection from bleeding effects, camouflage, all this stuff that comes in a cream form. So you can have different tonics that you can drink, and you can have different salts that you can use on you. Two effects at the same time. And that's how medicine works. Okay? So this is an example. The same principle goes for all the crafts. Okay? So now, if you like that, and you want to take it one step further, you can combine medicine with spellcasting and get alchemy. Now alchemy produces elixirs, and elixirs are more powerful potions, more magical stuff, okay? So elixirs, you can have all this crazy stuff. You get monster blood, as you can see here in the list, and you transmute it. So we have different processes now. Instead of infusing and brewing, we have in alchemy we use transmuting and catalysis and distilling. Okay, again, different levels, you get to do different stuff, but the principle remains the same. Okay, so you get to transmute monster blood and produce elixirs, and elixirs can be very powerful. You can have like water breathing effect, invisibility effects. You get closer to the magical stuff. Okay, now once you have the elixirs, again you can drink them or sell them directly. Okay, otherwise you can use the methods we just mentioned, like catalysis allows you to transmute elixirs, convert them into bombs. Now bombs are stuff you throw at opponents, and they explode and have different effects like blindness, damage, fire, darkness, all kinds of different magical effects. So you convert elixirs into bombs. The same process, different process, but the same principle. You can use distilling to convert them into balms. Now balms are again creams, but you use them on weapons. Okay, so you can use these things to put on weapons, so you can have like a fire effect on your weapon, or other kinds of balms. There's all these different tables in the Book of Heroes, the main book. Okay, different balms like bleed balm, blind balm, stuff like that. Okay, so you use the elixirs to create balms, and that's how alchemy works. Now, if you combine blacksmithing and spellcasting, you can unlock Runecraft. This allows you to put runes on weapons and armor and have magical items. Now, let's see how Runecraft works. So, Runecraft has different runes, okay? Now, each item serves as a host. Like a weapon can be a host, an armor can be a host, and an accessory can be a host, okay? Not everything is compatible with all types. Not all runes are compatible with all types of weapons. That's why we have the runes here on the right and the compatibility table. Now, these are different kinds of runes, okay? You see the name of the runes here, like Cloud, Circle, Chrono, Chalice, stuff like that. But all these fall under the categories of this here, Fire, Ice, Thunder. So a fire rune can have like 4 or 5 runes from this list. This is alphabetical, okay? And you get levels and you get different runes. For example, level 1, you get your first rune, okay? You can select any element, let's say thunder, you get the thunder runes. Then you get the death, you get the death runes, stuff like that. So you can see, you get 6 variations, okay? So you get 6 runes with each one of these. So if you go to Runecraft table, you can see which runes fall under each element. So fire has Inferno, Flame, Ember, Pyre, Comet, and Blaze. So the Inferno rune gives a burn effect on a critical hit. Okay, so you put that on your weapon, and each time you score a critical hit, it deals a burn effect, which sets the target ablaze and they suffer damage every round. Okay, for example, a flame rune gives a fire resistance, half damage from fire, and critical protection from fire effects. Stuff like that, okay? So, you get to use these runes, okay? You get to use them to craft them on weapons, and you get the effect. So here you can see, for example, let's see the flare rune is compatible on weapons, it's not compatible on armor, and it's not compatible on accessories like rings and stuff. So some runes are only for armor, some runes are only for weapons, some runes only for accessories, and some can be placed anywhere. Usually stuff that give like a small bonus or something, they can, go to any type of item. But stuff like fire damage can only go to weapons, okay? And stuff like resistances can go to armor and also accessories. It's pretty intuitive, okay? So you put the runes on the item and you get the magical effects. That's how Runecraft works. So you have now an overview of the whole thing, and if you develop Runecraft enough, you can unlock artificing that allows you to create golems, artifacts that are items that hold up to 10 runes or stuff like that, and relics that are items that get to have abilities that are unlocked along with your level, and they connect with your character, and amazing stuff. So this is an overview of the crafting system, okay? You've got this huge thing that you can invest in. Your character can become a master smith. It gives great stuff for role playing. You can have great characters that are not combat oriented but are very powerful. They can craft stuff for your party and yourself that otherwise you would need thousands and thousands of gold pieces to buy or explore dungeons to find, which is always cool, but it's even cooler if you can craft this yourself. Now let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you liked it, and if that crafting system works for you. I'm sorry for staggering, my speech is not very good, I'm not a native speaker. And keep in mind that these are the final 7 days of the Kickstarter campaign, so I would really appreciate it if you like the stuff that you see in here, if you want to support it or let other people know. I'll see you next time. Take care.